This is a Shields of Shame exclusive.
Apparently has progressively gotten worse and just spiraled out of control.
You were noticing his overall health, that it wasn't...
You
thought there was a drinking problem at that time?
He always bloodshot eyes, red puffy cheeks, kind of swelling a little bit. Some days he would be more lethargic than others. Shame on me for expecting, a human and a law enforcement officer to be an honest and have integrity and morals. Do you need me to help you in any way whatsoever? Drinking, drugs, women. So you want me to physically punch a clock on? You asked me something. What did you just ask me?
Did you ever think about doing a fitness for duty?
No. What?
Do you think you did everything you could as the lieutenant to help him out?
Yes. I figured the drinking and the back pain was preventing him from coming to work. And I told him, hey, you can't do this anymore.
Mm-hmm.
What?
So you're shocked that...
Very much.
And then you said that it would straighten itself out. Did you ever counsel him on it?
Informally, yes. Never formally. I don't know if that works that way.
Did you ever give him permission to send all his time? That he didn't have to clock in and out?
I don't know.
Did you ever think that he might have a problem with drugs or alcohol? Do you think you should have been there for roll calls in the morning?
Hey, Mike, what's going on? Everything okay? Now, I noticed you're slipping a little bit. What's going on?
Okay. Do you feel like he had a problem?
I knew he had a problem, like I said, with pains with his back and so forth. And I knew, especially when Hayden was first born, he was sick a lot.
What?
Oh. Did you know that Sergeant Wells was entering his own timer, sending in his own?
I knew he would do it on occasion with me. Like 5 years ago, I went to an orthopedic doctor about this shoulder, and he's like, well, can't put anything on the x-ray, can't put anything on the CAT scan, don't know what's wrong with it.
Of course, my watch isn't working. So...
Okay, you need mine?
No, I'll just go get my...
Okay. I'm here for you.
Thank you. We'll start with the admin. Today's date is February 23rd, 2024. The time is now 10:28. This is Captain Thompson and Captain Simmons. So I'll start off with the internal investigation warning. I wish to advise you that you are being questioned as a part of an official investigation of the Cherokee County Sheriff's Office.
There you go.
How long were you the precinct commander at Freeham?
Sandy, you can ask me that. November 2014 till January 1, 20... When did I get promoted?
22.
22, there you go. Glad you knew that.
When did Sergeant Wells transfer to your precinct?
Shortly after I took over. Less than 6 months.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure.
No,
it's been longer. It was longer.
Because I'm showing his transfer date. Would this be reasonable? Like January of 2020?
Oh no, I thought he was there longer than that.
I think he was, maybe he was there prior to him becoming a lieutenant and going to Spec Ops.
Well, that way I wasn't there then. He was already a lieutenant when I moved over there. So maybe it was. Maybe I just think he was there longer.
No, it was 2020. Okay.
I will take your word for that.
Okay. Did you attend roll calls when you were precinct commander? Mm-hmm. Okay. Day shift and night shift?
I would get them in between. So
okay.
I wouldn't show up at 4:30 in the morning I would talk to day shift as they were going off, night shift as they were coming on.
Okay. Do you think you should have been there for roll calls in the morning?
No.
Okay. And why would that be?
None of the other precinct commanders do that.
Yeah.
I mean, there were times when I'd be there early, but no, it wasn't a regular thing.
Okay. So how would you evaluate the leadership if you didn't observe that interaction in the morning?
I'd observe the interaction throughout the day.
Did you know that Sergeant Wells wasn't conducting formal roll calls?
Yes,
You did?
yes.
Okay,
I knew his corporal was.
okay.
That was a task that he handed off to his corporal.
And the
I'm trying to
corporal,
remember the first corporal he had. I can't remember who that was. But when he got Riley, that was Riley's, like, he wanted to do them.
okay.
Yeah.
And it was your understanding that Riley continued to do
Okay.
that? Okay.
I would get regular memos from him.
Riley?
Yeah.
Okay.
And they did the daily inspection sheets and the roll call sheets, and
Mhm.
Riley made notes on there what he talked about and what they did.
Okay. Do they still do that anymore?
Probably not anymore. I think it's all electronic now.
Okay.
Because I know they do their dailies electronically now.
Do they?
Yeah.
Okay.
That started, I guess, middle of last year. They figured out how to get it on P1 where they could actually do the dailies on P1.
Okay.
I don't know how well that. I thought that was a bad idea, but I'm a paper guy.
Yeah. Did you know that Sergeant Wells was entering his own time or sending in his own?
I knew he would do it on occasion with me, and he would always tell me when he was doing it. Usually it was it was either, he picked up a wreck on the way in, or he did a traffic stop on the way in, or something like that. They kept him from clocking in on time.
Okay. Now, you were the precinct commander, so you were in charge of making sure everybody's time was in?
Mhm.
Did you look over that report?
Every time I got it. When Sydney sent it out, I'd look over everybody's.
And how would you typically view that report?
So when it came, it was, I think it's Excel. That's not Excel. It may be a word. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It would come and had everybody in UPD. So I'd just pick out my people. And then I would look at days, So like, let's say it's Tuesday. So if he's supposed to be in by 5 a.m., I'd look, see, okay, he's in at 5:05. Okay, close enough. If there was a missed punch, there would be either a gap there, or it looked like he worked like 20-something hours, and then I know you missed a punch here.
Do you remember his specific time? Or that would be like a general that you
No, that
would
was
do
just
it?
general. Yeah,
Okay.
this is general.
Okay. Did you ever give him permission to send all his time, that he
No.
didn't have to clock in and out?
Good Lord, no.
So it would surprise you if I told you that starting February of 2020 to January of 2024, he did not ever hit a time clock.
That would surprise the hell out of me. Yeah, that would surprise the hell out of me.
Did you ever
And reason being, I would be there when he'd leave, and I'd see him hit the time clock. So I don't know how that worked.
Yeah, no, he didn't hit the time clock. He sent, because I've got the emails that he would send. Are you sure it was him?
Yeah,
Because he sent all his time.
yeah. I watched him several times hit the time clock, leaving. Now, I wasn't there when he came
Yeah.
in the morning, but yeah,
Yeah.
several times.
Well, I don't know what was going on there because he sent all his time into Sydney.
Now the only, well, I wonder. Well, no, that wouldn't work either. Because I was wondering if he did that, where he sent the whole week's worth of time, if she would override the time clock and just put in the time. I don't know how. I don't know if that works that way.
I don't either.
Yeah, I don't know.
But why would she have overrided time? Unless he was saying that he handled something on the
On
way.
the way home,
But,
which did happen on occasion.
yeah.
When he was living in Waleska up in Lake Arrowhead, I'd hear him on the radio go out with stuff on the way home.
Was it your rule that they would clock in and out at the
Yeah.
precinct?
Yeah.
So you're shocked that,
Very much.
okay.
Yeah, very much.
Do you know what is defined on the time sheet, the difference between time worked and regular time?
Time worked in regular
Okay, I didn't.
Okay, I know what so if, let's say he went to a class and it was out of the county or whatever, and that time got put in, that would be time worked.
Okay,
So I think that's how that works.
okay,
I could be wrong, but
Okay.
I think that's how that works.
okay.
Because I know when, as a lieutenant, when I would call in something like that, I would be wherever, gone doing something, and I would call it, hey, I need 8 hours for this day, 8 hours for this day, 8 hours for this day. I was in a class. It would pop up as time worked
Okay,
because you're not hitting the time clock.
right.
So okay, that makes yeah. That's odd because I would check the time and he had time. There would be time on the sheet that I got from Sydney.
What kind of time?
Just like in and out, in and out.
Mm-hmm.
If he was sending it in like at the end of the week, he wouldn't have it. There wouldn't be, his name wouldn't be even on there. Until the first time you clock in, you're not on there.
Yeah.
So like if I get, say when Turner takes every year, Turner takes a vacation, damn near the whole month of June. First pay period, his name's not even on there because there's no time. Until I call in and say, oh, Sydney, give him his 86 hours of vacation. There it was.
Well, he would routinely, that's how he got his time. He would email her his time.
Would it be daily?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't think so.
If he did it daily, that would make sense because then she would enter it and there would
Yeah.
be something there. But if he was like coming in like on Friday and saying, hey, I need this day, this day, this day, this day, here's my time.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Or he would send, like, he worked Monday, he would send it in Tuesday, so he'd have that Monday and Tuesday.
Yeah.
So it's,
I don't know.
were you accustomed to looking at the time sheets every day?
Yeah.
Every day.
Yeah. Whenever Sydney would email them out.
And she emailed him every day?
Not every day. It was
Awesome.
usually about every other day. It's like the first 3 days of the pay period, you didn't get nothing.
Okay.
So like if pay period starts on Sunday, your first email would probably be on Wednesday.
Right.
But after that, it was either every day or every other day.
Okay.
Except on weekends.
Did you notice a pattern of him taking time off?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
It was sporadic when he did it, but yeah, it'd be like his 3-day week, his long weekend, and then Monday he's out sick.
Did you ever counsel him on it?
Informally, yes, never formally.
Okay.
It's like, Mike, what's going on? And it was usually either one of the kids was sick, he was sick, he had all the problems with his back and so forth. And he did always give me advance warning when he would do it.
Okay.
He'd be like, hey, I'm not, Ella's sick, or hey, Hayden's got this, or, is it, I got coverage, can I be out? And I'm like, yeah, okay, it's fine. You got the vacation time? Yes, okay.
Okay. Did you ever think that he might have a problem with drugs or alcohol?
Once. And it was when he was having a lot of problems with his back, and I thought he might be having a problem with painkillers.
Did you ever follow up on it?
Because immediately it straightened up.
Okay. Did, when you were captain, did Lieutenant Mitchell come to you with the similar problem? Hey, I've been noticing that he's been calling out sick to extend his time off, and I think maybe it might be related to alcohol or drugs.
Never said that to me. He asked me, does Wells take a lot of time? And I said, yes. It's either him being sick or it's kids being sick. But yes, he takes a lot of time off.
Okay. So you don't think he...
And he never mentioned alcohol, drugs, anything like that, and asked me if it was normal. And I said, it goes in spurts. Because it did. It would go, say June. He would, the 2 weeks in June, he'd take off. Then for like 2 months later, he's there every day.
And then you said that it would straighten itself out after he'd go in spurts.
Yes, he'd go in spurts and then he'd be fine for 3 months. Not a problem at all.
Okay. Did you ever notice a difference in his appearance?
No.
Have you seen him lately?
I saw him in the hall, I want to say it was Monday? It might have been Monday.
Mhm.
And he was very flush, but I know he just had something with the cardiologist going on.
Mhm. Right.
Yeah, and I knew he'd had that problem before because I know his dad's got the problem.
Oh, he does.
I want to say his dad's had like 4 open heart surgeries.
Okay.
So I'm assuming it's genetic. I don't know.
Okay.
But yeah, I saw him in the hall passing, asked him how his heart was doing. He said he was on his way to the cardiologist. I'm like, okay, be careful.
So when you were precinct commander, what time would you get to the precinct?
Between 7:15 and 7:45.
Would he be at work at that time?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd usually, when I was getting ready to go into work, I'd have the radio on, just listen to what's going on.
Mhm.
I'd hear him calling out on traffic stops. Sometimes, I'd get up early.
Mhm.
I'd turn the radio on, I'd hear him out on 20 doing traffic stop after traffic stop after traffic stop. And then the inevitable wreck comes out and off he goes, he's doing the wreck. But yeah, I'd hear him.
Okay.
Or I'd hear him calling out with one of the guys.
Okay.
Because, they send out the lineup. That's one of the first things I look at when the emails come. I look at the lineup.
Mhm.
All right, who's in? Okay, good. Everybody's in today. Nobody's out.
Mhm.
And then, like I said, turn on the radio or something, listen to that, make sure everything's fine. Because there was a couple of times when I'd hear this, oh, great, all hell's breaking loose. I'd throw stuff on and jump in there, go in early because it's like, oh, great. Another one of those days.
Yeah. But you said that you would have informal conversations with him when he started back in
Like,
that pattern.
It was more like, hey, Mike, what's going on?
Okay.
Everything okay? I noticed you're slipping a little bit. What's going on?
Okay.
That kind of thing. He's like, no, everything's fine. Everything's fine. I got this. I got that going on. And then, like I said, I would talk to him, say 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
Mhm.
Next day, everything's perfect.
Okay.
Next 3 weeks, everything's perfect.
Okay. Do you feel like he had a problem?
I knew he had a problem, like I said, with pains with his back and so forth. And I knew, especially when Hayden was first born, he was sick a lot.
What?
Oh. Okay.
Like probably the first 9-10 months, about the time he started walking. Then once he started walking, all hell broke loose because he would get into everything.
Mhm.
But I mean, nothing out of the ordinary to me anyway.
Okay. All right. Is there anything else you would like to add to this statement?
No, this is very surprising to me. I thought I was doing a pretty good job of keeping up with all the time and everything because they would all ask ahead of time or hey, I missed a punch, or a lot of times I would get copied on the emails to Sydney, and I would if it was hey, I need time for this, and I would reply to Sydney and the person sending it, that's approved, go ahead.
Well, he was sending them directly to Sydney.
Yes, but
Yeah.
I would get copied. Well, I don't know if he would copy me on all of them, but he would copy me whenever him and I know Jeff Turner does it a lot too. Night shift guys were a little bit different. I would get that phone call.
Okay.
Hey, can you put my time in? I'm running behind because their nights Sydney's already gone by the time they get in. So
And you didn't give him permission just to
willy-nilly do it?
Yeah.
No. I had to give no one permission to just do their own time.
Yeah. Okay.
That's ridiculous. I had to clock in. They had to clock in.
Right?
Yeah. It took me 2 weeks after being a captain to not clock in.
Yeah. All right. Well, I don't have any other questions at this time.
Okay.
So that concludes the interview.
Okay.
Thank you.
I may still have some of those timesheets.
That would be perfect if you do.
I'm a digital pack rat. I just don't know how far back the archived emails go.
Okay.